Okay, so Jared, I talk a lot with these closing wheel customers on some soybeans. Walk us through the advantages we see with the pod spike in soybeans.
So we've been testing them on soybeans now. This is the third year. We've stamped improvement on corn and now beans. The things that I see with the soybean side is it's kind of related to a few different topics we've been talking about at Beck's and PFR. First off is planting date. We know that planting beans early consistently pays. One way we take advantage of this at the site there in London is we get pretty aggressive early on with the bean planter versus the corn planter, especially if conditions are getting fit, but maybe the temperature isn't quite where we need it to be, or the forecast doesn't look great. And actually having a spike closing wheel on the planter lets us feel more comfortable to grab some of those early bushels that we think we can gain from early planting, even if maybe conditions aren't 100% fit or still a little bit marginal. The other thing is we've seen more consistent emergence out of these spike closing wheels, letting us lower our population on the soybean side of things and still feel comfortable we're going to have an adequate stand to capture full yield. So a couple different things that play into that.
Yeah, I agree. And we did the video a couple years back out in the field whenever we were counting soybeans, and we found anywhere from, I believe, 10 to 17,000 plants per acre differences in these closing wheels versus factory. And I think that ties right into the soybean stuff, being able to aggressively cut back to that ideal planting population that's deemed by Beck's PFR. I think these closing wheels offer a great insight in those. We do have a lot of questions on the wear and longevity of these. Any idea on how many acres roughly? I mean, this being a plot planter, you probably didn't cover a ton of acres, but how long do you feel these can last?
I get that question a lot. So we only cover probably 150 acres with this planter each year. We've had them, this is actually what we run stock on our corn planter, unless it's a closing wheel study per se, because of the versatility that the positive results we've seen. So this is the third year we've had them on, so we're pushing close to 400, 500 acres on these wheels. How long they'll last, I don't have a good honest answer for that yet.
Yeah, we've been selling them for a few years now, and we haven't had guys come back in and buy replacements. I haven't sold any replacements yet. I can tell you, I think because we don't put much down pressure on them, I believe that's a big key to letting them last a lot longer. There's not much wear on these closing wheels, being the acres that we've seen. So I think longevity is not an issue. All right, guys, that's what we're doing today. Thanks for tuning in.